welcome back to my channel. My name is Jada, and today we are going to be doing a ClueLess look. So a little side note, my first introduction to ClueLess was actually from my grandfather, who, and I quote, said to me, and this is like, I had to be in middle school, said to me, "You should watch ClueLess so you know how the cool kids act." I was sitting here like, I thought it was cool the whole time. And at the time, I was like, okay, what is this, like, what is this movie? Like, don't get me wrong, it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a dope movie. I have a way more appreciation for this movie now than I did at that time. Mostly also because everything in the 90s is, like, way better than it is now. Like, debate me. And there are a lot of lessons to be learned. And so that's kind of what we're gonna do in this video, as well as do a ClueLess inspired look. So if you want to see that, I would urge you to keep on watching this video. So, as you can see, I already have my brows done as usual, and this time I also primed. I used my Urban Decay primer potion, and also I put on some concealer, my usual Makeup Revolution in the shade 3.5. So we are all ready to get started with this makeup look. I'm honestly gonna get started with this Aren't You Glad palette from ColourPop. Let's go into Rise and Grind, which is right here. I'm gonna try to pack that on up all the way up here, and we'll blend that out after. Also, what better way to start this lesson than with one of Cher's lessons, which was vocabulary. Vocabulary is important. So, I am going to use some ClueLess terminology sporadically through this video. Try to catch all of them, I guess. So I'm bringing the orange to the side over here as well. So funny thing is, this is actually kind of a recreation look because I did do this particular ClueLess look. Well, it was different. But basically the same idea last year, but I hated it, so I never uploaded it. But I have good feelings. We're gonna do this well this time. So now that that's relatively finished. So now that the first part of the shadow is kind of finished, let's get into the first lesson, right? So the first lesson I think that you learn from ClueLess is dressing for the job you want. And Cher does this very well because everything that she wears is just stunning. It's so preppy, it's so I'm smart but rich and also pretty. No, but like really, like the plaid and preppy, let's be honest, preppy is always a great way to go if you want people to think highly of you. Whether that matters to you or not is unimportant. But just for funsies, just go somewhere in a sweater vest and high socks. It is my go-to style. No, it's not. That's not true. It would be my go-to style. It really would be. Yeah. Yeah. Great style. Great style. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to, you guessed it, we're gonna cut the crease. And I'm gonna use this NYX Vivid Lights in the shade Vivid Halo, and it's basically just yellow. So let's do that. And as you know, I need complete silence for this. So I hope this turns out how I want this to turn out. It looks really crazy right now, but you just have to be in my head to understand how my brain works when I'm doing stuff like this. Because it's actually quite crazy. You would probably not survive in my head, honestly. So right now I'm just working on making them even, but as long as the top line is good, you are relatively in the clear for what I'm trying to do anyways. But we are fine. So what I'm going to do now is, this is going to seem counterproductive, but I am going to wipe off all the makeup beneath it, and we're also going to clean up the line in doing so. What works the best with this is like Q-tips, but like I forgot to buy some, so I'm just going to have to use a makeup wipe. So I'm going to go back in with a really thin brush, and I'm going to conceal, but not the whole area. You'll see. This is how my brain works. So all I did was bring it around. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is redraw this yellow line, but now I'm going to take it on the inside as well. So basically just outline the white line we just created. So let's try this instead. This is Vitamin C from the Patricia palette. I'm gonna try to dig in as much as I can because I want this to be vibrant, which is why I should have used white. That's what it is. And we're gonna fill in the in-between area. So the whole line just looks yellow. Oof. Oh, you know. Lesson number 2 from ClueLess that I've learned is listen to your parents or act oblivious. It's one of those two. You would think that super duper rich kids in a preppy life would probably be the most rebellious when it comes to their parents. But Cher does a very good job of listening to her dad or just acting like she doesn't know what he's talking about. And I think that honestly, both are quite useful when it comes to parents. Just act clueless. The name of the movie. Oh my god, Clueless. Or oblivious, or like you already knew. It's one or the other. It's one extreme or the other. You don't know what they're talking about, or you were already way ahead, one step ahead of them. It's just like, oh, did you clean your room? I was just about to. Duh, I was just about to. Duh, of course. Have you seen it? Of course I'm cleaning my room. Duh. Yes. Yes. Or what room? So what I'm going to do now is we are going to make this plaid. Okay, so of course how we're going to get this plaid look is we're going to use Suvia. At this point, they should just sponsor me because, like, I literally have an order on the way. Like, I'm about to, like, I cannot do a single look without them. Yeah, let's start with black. We're just going to do some lines. Nothing too crazy. Don't worry. We're just going to... do some that are really close. And we're just gonna make a plaid. We're making a plaid pattern. And that is it. Don't make it overly complicated. Get you one of these Suvia Place liners or brushes, and they work perfect for stuff like this because they're so thin. I don't care what my teachers say. Okie dokie. So this is kind of the finished product if you see it. I also went ahead and I put foundation right there, so I cleaned it up a lot. And powder, of course. I'm done with this look for the most part. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do my foundation, which I don't usually show, but I will show it this time because I just bought a new foundation. So this is going to be a small little review of sorts. Before we get into that, I'm going to go with lesson number 3, which is how to get a date. How to get a date. And I think that why I put this is because, oh my gosh, like not only did Cher have just such brilliant tips, but it was so charming that in the 90s, like it was so easy. It was so easy to get like a date and just be dating. Like all you need to do was like drop a pen and like have somebody and have them pick it up for you and boom, dating. Like none of this like swipe left, swipe right. Like no. Drop a pen, pick it up. That's something I can do. I can certainly drop stuff and have other people pick them up for me. So getting into the foundation. So what I picked up today was I picked up Makeup Forever, the matte velvet skin. So I wanted the HD. The HD one is more of a medium to buildable coverage, whereas this is supposed to be full coverage. The only reason why I didn't get that is because it didn't have it. I think they discontinued my shade, which is why 505, and I don't know what's comparable to this shade in HD now. And like we can't really test in stores anymore, so I just got this, and maybe I'll like it. We'll see. So and I've never had full coverage, so this is actually going to be exciting for me. But before I do that, oh my gosh, I have another product I picked up, which I'm like also super excited for. I won't bore you with a really lame milk joke, but it's also milk. I got the mini because I wasn't so enthralled by the matte, the other primer I got, and I like should have probably just got that in a mini so I could try it instead of getting it in the full and like not liking it. So this time I got the mini, and like, you know, I can upgrade if I need to. But yeah, we're gonna use this. It is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So it's supposed to be like really hydrating, and I'm hoping that it gives me more of like a dewy feel. So let's get into this. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Oh. So far? Look at that shine. Oh, nice. I am feeling hydrated. So already I feel like I'm gonna like this because it's kind of tacky in the same way that the Hangover Primer is, which is like my go-to. So already, like, I usually like that because it means that the makeup's really gonna stay, and it's gonna really stick to my skin. Oh, I like this. And you can see me, I'm looking quite dewy, which is fun. I really do like a dewy look because I feel like I'm usually more, I have a combination, but definitely more dry. So it's nice to feel a little bit more like, ooh, like shiny, shining. Okay, so now I'm gonna dip into this Makeup Forever. I'm just gonna do dots. I don't know exactly how much I need yet, since this is my first time using it. Okay, put a little here. Ooh, that was a lot. So today I'm gonna use a sponge. This dark? No, I think it matches me quite well. I wasn't sure, because in the mirror it looks fine, but you never know what your camera is gonna think. Sometimes it just be having a mind of its own. I think it. Oh my gosh! Wait a minute. I think I just did something. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I feel like I look so good right now. What? Stop it. Wait a minute. It smells really good. I like it. It's not like scented. It just smells like foundation, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just a freak that likes the smell of foundation. Okay, so I can definitely put more down here. So that's what I'll do. So far, so good. Me likey. Everyone is gonna dress like me. Wait and see when I'm a supermodel and my hair will shine like the sea. And everyone will wanna look just like me. 'Cause I'm young and hip and so beautiful. I'm gonna give Okay, so my whole face is done. I think arguably, no, unequivocally, this is the best I've looked. Oh my gosh, like I feel like my skin looks so smooth. I like how I look a little bit more dewy. Granted, I did put on highlighter. Oh. Oh my gosh. Tell me what you think in the comments. Anyways, so moving on to the fourth lesson, because we have one more after this one. And that is that it is cool to be smart, but only if you're pretty, which I think definitely still rings true today. But I will say that one thing, like, I was really impressed with having gone back and watched Clueless after not watching it since I was a youngin'. I was impressed that, like, they were smart. Like, Cher cares. Well, that's not true. They're naive, but, like, they do value education, if that makes sense. Like, Cher was very adamant about, like, upping vocabulary. She's reading certain books. Even like, Dion's boyfriend, who, like, you would think is like a total idiot. Like, I'm pretty sure there were moments when he says, like, really, really smart things, like scholastic things. And you're just like, oh, I was totally judging that book by its cover because, like, you look at what they're wearing and you're like, clearly they don't have a lot going on upstairs. But that's not always the case. And apparently in this school, which was like a super preppy school, that was valuable. So I think that's dope. And I think I would like to see more of that in today's shows, because, you know, you still see the stereotype a lot of the time where it's like the super nerdy person, you know, and they're like gross and no one likes them. And then, like, the super pretty person who's dumb. And I know that happens a lot, but, like, sometimes, you know, switch it up. Let's see some smart, pretty people. That's super dope. You know, why not? So we're gonna get into lipstick. I'm just gonna do a nude lip because I don't know what else I would put with this. It's a bold look, but also quite simple because you can see, like, my skin. So it's nice. So I'm going to line my lips first. So I'm going to line my lips with my favorite lip liner, which is the NYX Urban Cafe. Super, super dark girl friendly. So look at that. Oh my gosh, already. You can just pop some gloss on this. Like, I do that sometimes for, like, if I'm just, like, running on the go, line my lips with this, pop some gloss on it, you're done. Done. It's already a look. It's already a look. But I also got this Makeup Revolution matte lippy in the shade Hustle. Yes, your girl was shopping. She was shopping. That should have been a lesson because, you know, they always shopping in Clueless. Retail therapy. Get into it. Okay. So, yeah, let's see how this looks, because much like foundation, I can't just, like, I have to use my eyes because you can't test anything anymore. I like it. Already, okay. Oh. We're gonna do some blending, don't worry. We can fix this. So let's put some Fenty Bomb Gloss, Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. Try to There we go. Much better. Okay, so I'm gonna pop my lashes and we will be back for the final lesson and final touches. Okay, so this is the final look. I like added these at the bottom just because, like, I don't know. I'm sorry, like, I'm just like not used to simple looks. And this isn't a simple look, but it still felt simple to me. Like put that in perspective for you. So like the silhouette was giving me very like, what is it, like 60s? So like Twiggy vibes, right? So it's just like, let me do the whole shebang, right? And I like it. So this is more or less my ClueLess inspired look. So yeah, this was fun to do. And the last lesson of today that I learned from ClueLess was don't accept the first offer. Don't accept the first. Never accept the first offer. They're always gonna lowball you. Like they're always gonna lowball you. That's why you're supposed to always have your target, your offering price, and your like settling price, like your floor, which should not be like the actual floor. So there's a little business facts for you also, if you needed it. I mean, I don't know. But this was, like I said, this was fun. I hope you enjoyed this look. I hope you were able to follow it. And I'm gonna keep this short. So don't forget to subscribe to your girl if you like what you see here, like this video, and ring that bell so that you are notified when I upload, okay? Also, follow me on Instagram if you want to see this look and many others closer, because that is where I post all my looks there at Jadanique. Should be on the screen somewhere. And that's all I have for you today. If you haven't seen ClueLess, I recommend it. It's a great movie. But like I said, everything's better in the 90s, so. But I'm also biased because I was born in the 90s. Whatever. So I will see you all in the next video. Deuces.